Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The First Lady. And this is the first season of this Showtime show that focuses on three different First Ladies, all mixed together for some odd reason. And you could probably gather, I had a big problem with this series, and especially the first season, trying to figure out, what are they trying to accomplish with this specifically, and why they need to try to balance three different stories in this first season, where I feel like even if they spent a couple episodes on each one and just moved on to the next one in the season, it would have felt less jarring than all the bouncing around and narratively trying to balance all these different things in each episode. And not gonna lie, not necessarily feeling like they're all accomplishing some similar theme or ideas. It just kind of feels like willy-nilly, just throwing it around, editing back and forth, and it just got jumbled, it got messy, and each episode I feel like at least one of the stories stuck out more than the rest, and you're just like, when do I get to go back to the other ones? And it's trying to balance with, you have the Obamas, you have the Roosevelts, and you have the Fords. And you have these First Ladies, Viola Davis, Michelle Pfeiffer, Gillian Anderson, all give fantastic performances. Viola Davis is an amazing actress. She brings the energy of Michelle Obama, and I think she does a really fine job in this show. And obviously, they're the most relevant and topical of these families because they're the most recent, and they do try to bring in the Trump election and stuff like that, and Tim taking over for President Obama. And each of these stories, you have their own elements and dramas, and obviously this one deals with more racial tensions and issues, because obviously that was a big deal in terms of the Barack Obama being elected president. You have Michelle Pfeiffer as Betty Ford, who deals with a lot of mental health issues, a storied past, and an abusive ex-husband. She finally finds Gerald Ford, who kind of brings things back into perspective. And Michelle Pfeiffer is great in this show. She kills it. She has a lot to work with. She digs deep and really brings the goods. And I love Aaron Eckhart as Gerald Ford. I think he does a great job. And then you have Cheney and Rumsfeld, who seem to be a couple of the more antagonistic characters in this section, because they're trying to spur up stuff, and they're not a huge fan of Betty because she has her own perspectives in terms of women's rights and stuff like that, and which very topical today. So at least the show is topical. It's finding ways to be relevant, but it's still narratively a mess and doesn't really feel congealed and focused. But then I loved Gillian Anderson as Eleanor Roosevelt, and you have Lily Rabe as her mistress and her confidant. You have Kiefer Sutherland as FDR, which was the strangest casting of this whole entire show, but I think he does a fine job. And I know I didn't really talk about O.T. Fagbenle, who plays Barack Obama. I think he does a really fine job too. I just feel like the other ones get a little bit more to work with. Aaron Eckhart has a lot of fun to go around, but Kiefer Sutherland has some heavy emotional moments, and there's some heavier moments with that. But in general, I feel like if they restructured the show, it would have had a much bigger impact. But each episode just feels overstuffed, just thrown together willy-nilly, going from here to here to here to here to here to here to here. And you lose focus, and I feel like it would have worked probably better if you had a couple episodes for each character and really getting the focus on that, and you don't lose this audience's attention as they're trying to refocus every couple minutes when you keep bouncing back and forth between stories. So overall, I think this is a fine show. I'm interested to see what they do with some of the other First Ladies, if that's the direction they're going with another season. But, I think it's a fine film, and it does most of what it's trying to accomplish, and hopefully, people notice it. But those are my thoughts on the first season of First Lady. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.